Hey y'all, Aaron Jackson coming to you today again here, and I'm super excited to share this lesson on Billy Strings' solo to Cabin Song. So this is a song that I think is featured in The Hunger Games, or was written for The Hunger Games. I don't really know. I don't really watch The Hunger Games a whole lot, but I had a student of mine send me this, and he had wanted to learn the solo to this song, and I listened to it, and I just fell in love with it. I mean, Billy plays some really, really cool ideas in the context of a really traditional sounding bluegrass song here, but he throws some cool twists and turns in this solo that was fun to learn and figure out, and that's why I want to share this here with you today. So as always, if you'd like to get the tabs for this lesson, I've linked to that down below, and I've also got that in the top pinned comment. So hit that link if you want to get the tabs for this lesson, and let's jump into the solo to Cabin Song. So real quick, the chords on this tune, and this is what he solos over. So it's like 1, 2, 3, take me back to that room where she left me, and then G, G, F, F, G, and we go to C, 1, 2, 3 to D, and then we do F, C, G. Pretty standard bluegrass chord progression there. So what we're going to do at the beginning with the first lick, it's a and the vines have covered 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a 1. Okay, so that's kind of the first lick, and I guess it's 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a, so it comes in on the and of beat 3. 1 and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and a. All right, so one more time there. Down, up, down, up, down, up, hammer. Down, 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 down. So we got a lot of down. And then that last note, that third fret on that third string, if you can give that just a little bit of a bend. All right. And then from there, we're going to do. Okay, so now we've got some pull-offs. So that's pull-off. So let's stop right there and just get that first phrase again. So, and the vines have covered up our cabin. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4. Okay, a little more up to tempo. Whoops. 2, 3. Okay. So that's the first phrase in this solo there, and that's a really good little lead-in lick with some nice, pretty standard sounding bluegrass ideas. Okay, good stuff. And then this next passage is one of my favorite in this solo, and it's going to go like this. We're going to do. Okay. So up here, and that is, so we'll do the open sixth, 6th fret of the first to a pull off back to the open, and then 6th fret of the 2nd string with an upstroke, 1st string open, 6th fret of the 2nd. So, which gives it some really cool dissonance. It just kind of makes your ear perk up a little bit. Okay, so one more time. And then we're going to come down here and do. Okay, so we'll do. So let's combine those two together. We'll do. Okay, so what I like about that passage is this up here you get some tension and some dissonance because we're all right, which is kind of because we're around G there. I think that's the chord we're playing over right there. Yeah, it is. So you're kind of getting that flat 7 and that 6, but then we're also. So again, it just adds a little bit of tension there. But then we come down here and resolve it. Okay, with some kind of standard bluegrass sounding runs again there. So one more time. All right, and then as far as the left hand down here, I like to use my ring finger right there, and then middle finger right here for this slide. It's just what I like to do. You can come up with your own version of that. And then after that, we'll do. So that last little bit there. Okay. So let's do that whole passage there. We'll do. Again. So again, we've got some nice tension, something that just makes your ear perk up for a little bit. And then we end that with a pretty standard sounding bluegrass phrase right there. So one more time, before we go on there, let's take it from the beginning here and go all the way up to that point. So, and the vines have covered up our cabin. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, I'm gonna do that one more time, a little slower. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E. So, got some really cool stuff happening there at the beginning, but now we're not done. So, one more time. All right, and then we're going to add. Okay, just real simple. And now for this next part, really all you need to know is this. If you can do. And that's just open, 1st fret, 2nd fret, 3rd fret of the 6th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, and 2nd string. Just okay. And what he's going to do is he's going to go through that, but there's a couple of places where he'll play one of those lines twice and then back up. Let me go through it really slowly here. So again, coming out of... And then we're going to do... So we're going to do on the 6th, on the 5th, on the 4th, and we're going to repeat what we did on the 4th we're going to do. And then we're going to go back to the 5th, 5th, 4th, 3rd, and then we'll go back to the 4th. With that last little phrase there. So again, let me... Repeat that on the 4th, back to the 5th. Okay, so there we go. So that's Billy Strings' solo to Cabin Song. And again, I meant to say this at the beginning of the video, guys. Whenever I'm doing these like note for note solos here, I'm using my ear on this stuff. Sometimes I can find a live recording, but a lot of times on the live recordings, they'll play them a little bit differently. Anyway, I'm using my ear, doing the best that I can with that. There might be a couple of, phrases or notes here and there that I didn't exactly get, but I'm doing my best to get as close to the original recording. And that's another thing I wanted to say too, is I'm referencing none of the live versions, but just the original studio recording with this solo. But because here's where learning these solos note for note gets where this gets interesting, is because you want to take some of these ideas and use them to build your vocabulary. You've heard me say in previous lessons, your toolkit, your canvas, your bag of tricks, whatever you want to call it there. But for sure, this phrase right here, no bluegrass guitar player needs to be without that. That is a great sounding bluegrass lick that has just a little bit of tension and then resolves itself after that. I mean, there are so many tunes, fiddle tunes, banjo tunes, bluegrass standards that you could kind of use your creativity and put that into. There's so many. Definitely add that one to your bag of tricks. Okay. And then this chromatic part is cool because it goes over the... That's kind of what he's playing over there, but he's not really going through and deliberately targeting those chord tones. I mean, he hits some of them in certain places, I think, just by happenstance. But like you could use that in a lot of places. And not only that, not only is that a cool musical idea that you could throw in, again, just to add some tension, because it's just, there's a lot of chromatics in there. So just sounds different whenever you pull that out in like a in a bluegrass standard. But also too, that's a great picking exercise. Practice that along with a metronome, or I think you guys know that I'm a big fan of practicing along with train beats. That's a great thing to practice for your picking and for your fretting. So there's some really cool things to, it's a great solo to know, it's a great solo to learn, but it's also got some great things that you can take, you can absorb that, use that to build your vocabulary, your canvas, your bag of tricks, and there's some good technical stuff in there to practice as well. So let's hear that one more time up to tempo with a backing track. All right, thank you so much for hanging out today. And remember, hit the video description or the top pinned comment to get the tabs for this lesson. Always appreciate you hanging out, and I will see you next time.